Hi, I'm Kori Nicole with Where's the Best TV, and I'm here today with Mallory James Mahoney from Disney's Bunk'd. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm good. So just kind of tell me a little bit about your day. Like, how did you start? Like, what'd you do?
Just today?
Yeah.
Well, I had table read today, so I got up in the morning and I had to do my COVID test at home for the very first time. So
Mhm.
I did my COVID test, I worked out, and then I headed to work. I did our table read on Zoom with my whole cast, and then we got to do rehearsal for a couple scenes after lunch, and that's about it.
Okay, so is that kind of like just a typical day for you, like in the life of like Mallory, or just what do you just like generally like what's like your favorite things to do, like even on your off time?
On my off time, I love getting to go back to Texas where I live and I swim in my pool, hang out with my dog, my friends, read books. I work out. I do all sorts of weird like exercise stuff too. I do like aerial silks. I do ice skating. I also do Pilates, but I have just lots of stuff I like to do, I guess.
No, I'm just glad that you definitely, like have some sense of like, normalcy still. Cause especially being on Disney, we see so many like stars that we've grown up watching. And of course, like it's a major accomplishment to be a Disney princess. So how do you kind of feel like just being a Disney star and just having like that title and like what it can often come with?
It's amazing. I love so like the Disney family is amazing and everyone's so supportive, which is so nice to have. But it's really cool and it's a weird experience also because like I did grow up watching Disney Channel, so then it's weird thinking of kids growing up watching me now, I guess. But
Exactly.
it's really fun. I love it.
So when you were like first approached with, the series like Bunked, like what did you initially think? Like were you just like, yes, this is like perfect for me. Like I definitely want to be a part of this. Like what was your thoughts?
I mean, I would of course like I was so excited. I would have loved to be a part of it. I thought I bombed it when I went in for a screen test. I thought I was terrible. I
Why?
was
Well, like
very,
what happened?
I don't know. I just felt like I was off and I was like, I don't know if I was just in my head about it or what, but I was like, I'm not gonna get it. I already like gave up on it. And then I got the call that I booked it and I was like, what? It was crazy, but it was really fun and it was really exciting.
So
And it
like,
was really
yeah.
nice. Also, I've done pilots before, and none of them have actually gone to series where you get to see them on TV. So I was so happy to be in a show that's already on the air, and like I knew it would be on TV.
So like how do you prepare for like your role? Like what is some type of like tips that you can even give like young like actors who are kind of like, trying to like book a certain role, book a certain part, or just like are already filming like a series? Like what are some tips that you have that you do?
Well, I feel like one thing that can help is like whenever you have a scene, like kind of come up with the moment before of what you think your character would be doing, thinking, feeling, to kind of like put you in the mindset of your character.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I think that's something that definitely helps.
So as like your character, you were a camper and now you're a counselor. And I feel like that's like a course, like a little graduation in a sense. Because I mean, we've all been to camp, we've always been like, oh, like started out like, as one of the people that just go there and then like graduate to like a counselor. So how is just like, having that type of, like bigger, like, role in a sense with transitioning like that?
I'm very happy that it happened for Destiny because she has been on the show a long time, and I felt like it was good for her to get some more responsibility at the camp. And she's grown so much as we've seen through the seasons. As she started out as a very competitive pageant girl, and now she's an environmentalist who is just very concerned about keeping our Earth safe. So I think with all that growth, having her grow in her responsibility she has around the camp was a great fit for her.
Do you feel that both of your personalities are in a sense are kind of like who you are like naturally, or do you feel like you're kind of just having to be someone else in a sense, like pretending to be someone else, or do you feel like no, that's really like who I am, like the character like meshes well with?
There's different pieces that are definitely very similar. Like we're both very girly, we both love the environment, and we have stuff that like connects, which is nice because I can take things from my personal life that I connect to her. But she's definitely more intense than me. I will say that.
So what is like your favorite like scene so far, like filming as Destiny? Like what has been like your most memorable like takeaway?
Ooh, I love the big crazy scenes. Like I love when we have pageants. I've dressed up as clowns multiple times on the show, and I love getting to do all the fun hair and makeup and wardrobe for that stuff too. So it's hard to pick just one, I think.
Okay, so what about like a scene that you've even done like with the cast? Like, do you have like a favorite like episode where you have like a certain cast member you were like, oh my god, like that was like the best scene we've done, or like anything like that?
One of my overall favorites that I actually really liked was in season 4, we had a Christmas episode, and I thought the episode all around was just amazing because it was very different, I guess, than what we normally do, but it's so sweet, and I loved that episode so much.
So since of course you're a Disney like princess, what is like something like a next genre that you feel like you might want to be challenged by, like something that fans can look forward to like potentially seeing you step into the role of?
Um, I think something like dramatic would be really fun. Just kind of switch it up a little. But I also think it would be really fun to do a horror movie.
I was literally gonna say like horror. I don't know why I was getting the vibe. Like, I'm like,
Dark side. And I would love to be like the creepy girl in a horror movie. I think it would be so much fun.
what do you feel like the hardest thing is about like being like an actress?
I feel like it can be difficult to just kind of create these other people, but it's really fun for me. I love doing it, and I love kind of creating these other personalities that you totally just get to craft on your own for the character. But it can be a little bit challenging and trying to picture how someone else would feel, even especially if they're totally different from you.
Mhm. So, like, especially like being on the show, is there a certain way that you want fans to like stay engaged with you? Like, is it easy to get your attention like on social media? Do you often see like, reviews of your character? Do you read like, what people like at you in? Like, how do you feel about the social media aspect of your career?
I'm on Instagram a lot,
Mhm.
but I mean, I love social media, but it's not something I've always been like super into, I guess.
Mhm.
But I love getting to reach out to fans there and seeing people like comment on posts and stuff, and hearing people's opinions about the show is nice.
Mhm. Would you, let's say like your fans are like watching right now and they're just like, oh my gosh, like I really would like a way to like, connect with her and possibly like have her respond to me, like or in a message or anything. Do you like often respond to like any direct messages that you might get, or if they ask for advice, like what's something that does get your attention?
Probably one of the best ways to reach out to me is I actually have a Cameo account. So people can go on my Instagram, look at the bio, and they can find my Cameo and book a video or whatever.
I love that you like you are like engaged with your fan base. I feel like a lot of like actors sometimes they don't really engage with like their fans, but I feel like that definitely builds more of like like their career, like this is like the anticipation like of the show, especially like with being like on Disney. And I see that your career has been like amazing, like in a sense. Do you really feel connected to your fans?
I do, and I love them all, and I love hearing that people enjoy the show and enjoy the work that all of us are putting so much time into.
Mhm.
So it's really nice, especially even when people like just notice me on the street. I'm always happy to like talk to them for a minute, say hi, take a picture, whatever, because I find it nice knowing people that they're enjoying and they're liking what they see.
What direction do you feel like that you would want to see the show like go into like next?
I mean, we've changed so much. We're at a ranch now this year, which is crazy. So I love all the animals that we've gotten to have so far. But I think just keep growing and showing all the kids growing would be really cool.
So are you like you said like like nature, like the ranch and everything? Are you like really into like nature, like horseback riding or anything like that? Like, do you really enjoy those things?
Yes, I absolutely love animals. I became a vegetarian when I found out eating meat was eating animals.
Oh my god, being a vegetarian is so wow. Like you're so dedicated. That is extremely like hard. What age did you decide that? And like, so okay, the moment when you decided you would be a vegetarian, you were like, oh my god, I'm eating animals, or like, what was the build up to that? Like, what age were you? Where were
I
you
was
at?
6 years old, and when I was like 5 years old, I think it was, I was in the car with my parents, and I just randomly said, "Do you guys think it's weird that we eat something else that's called chicken?" And I was like, "Do you think chickens think that's weird that we named something else?" And that's when they realized, oh, she doesn't know. So they like waited to tell me because they knew me and knew how much I loved animals. They're like, "So you probably won't eat meat again." So they did, and like they had me stop eating meat for like 3 months, and I didn't even notice. Levels test and everything, and I still had enough protein from like nuts and beans. So they told me, and I was very upset. I did not talk to my mom for like 3 days after that. I felt so
To
betrayed.
be so young, you were like, no, I know what I want. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it was crazy, but yeah, I've been a vegetarian since I was 6 years old.
I love that that's literally a fun fact about you that some people may not even known. I'm glad that you were able to tell
Yeah.
us that. But no, I'm really like happy that, just watching you on the show, like you do really seem like comfortable. Like, you all have a lot of chemistry like on set. Do you all hang out outside of like the set? Like what are like some normal like things that you all do?
Yeah, I mean, COVID has made it definitely a little bit more difficult, but I love everyone on our cast. We're like a big family over there. We love playing games together all the time. We celebrated one of my castmates' birthdays a couple weeks ago. And it's nice to just hang out and spend time together because we really are. We're just like a second family.
Oh, like, so what did you all do for their birthday? Like, what was like the plan?
Yeah, I went over to her house and we all had like pizzas and cake and celebrated. We played lots of games and we took her dog for a couple of walks through the neighborhood and we just got to spend time together. It was really nice.
So like, what is like a typical like day like on set, like with everyone, of course, like how would you describe each of your castmates, like personalities, like outside of like the show?
Oh, I mean, everyone's definitely very different. But
Of course.
and I love everyone. On set, one of our favorite things to do, I will say, is we have a foosball table in the mess hall, and we go in there every time before run through or whenever we have a scene in there. We're just over there playing foosball between takes. We have so much fun with it.
It's like a tradition. I feel like if you all don't do it, it's like, oh, this is weird. Like, why?
Exactly.
Now, I just love that you have like that happy environment. So you just would say like overall, like let's say like Disney presented you with, like more films or like more like TV like series. Would you continue to like do that? Like what age do you feel that you may want to like exit like Disney, or how long that you might want to go with the program?
I'm always happy to keep working because it's such a blessing to be able to have a job and work at the time. So I would definitely pursue anything if Disney was interested. But I would also, I'm open to anything really. So if after we finish the show, if there's another network or something that likes me, I would love to go work for them too.
So since like you said that you did grow up watching Disney too, like of course you have like a favorite, you must have like a favorite show. You must have like favorite actresses, like actors. So like who are they?
I loved both of the Sweet Life shows, Sweet Life on Deck and Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Yes.
Those are my faves. But I also loved like Wizards of Waverly Place.
That's mine. Yeah, I actually could see you like doing like a role like that. That's why I was like, like
I would love it.
Like, with the type of like wizardy feel. I really feel that you would be perfect for that.
It was so much fun. Plus, you get like that Harry Potter vibe.
Yeah. Exactly. So like those are your top two, like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody and Wizards of Waverly Place, or do you have like a few more?
Those are probably my faves, but I also love like Good Luck Charlie, Girl Meets World. I liked a lot of them. Disney Channel was fun for me.
I know, like that's why I'm like, I love Disney. I was like, oh, Mallory, of course I want to interview her in her show. Like, Bunk'd is very interesting, and I just feel like they definitely like just keep like for generations that are up and coming. You know what I mean? For like those who may not watch it anymore, like we have the new series, like we have like the new actresses that you're becoming like household names in a sense. So like, how do you just feel about that? Like knowing like, wow, like this could be like someone's favorite show, and how I felt about Selena Gomez or Wizards of Waverly Place. That's how people feel about me. Like, what type of feeling does that give you?
I'm honored. It's so weird. So honored to have that because I mean, it's so cool and it's crazy just how much people love these shows. And I'm happy that our show has also grown, and it really does. It fits all ages, which is so strange for a show to have, but it's really nice.
Exactly. That is a very difficult aspect. That is. But no, like, I appreciate you so much, Mallory, for joining me today to talk about, like, Bunk'd and just like who you are, like your likes and dislikes. And I just really appreciate you. And
Thank you so much.
Of course. Oh, thanks. I'm Kori Nicole again for Where's the Buzz TV. And this is Mallory from Bunk'd on Disney.